What's up, everyone? It's Chicks in the Office with Rhea and Fran, giving you that Friday energy on a Wednesday. Happy day after Valentine's Day to everybody listening. We are recording on Valentine's Day, so happy Valentine's Day. Neither of us are wearing Valentine's Day colors.
No, I'm in black.
And same, and like cream.
Yeah.
I tried. I really wanted to wear like a little pink, a little red, you know.
I really don't own those colors
Me
anymore.
either. I realized I was looking through my closet. I was like, ooh, I don't really have. And then I was like, I don't want to wear those colors today.
No.
Even though I wish, but whatever. Yeah. We're still in the spirit. Still a great day.
Valentine's Day.
Love is in the air.
Exactly. I hope everyone has a lovely Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day to me is just, I don't know.
I think it's about showing love to everybody.
I agree. And maybe I'm just like still in a mood from the Super Bowl. But it's just like another day.
Well, it should be, shouldn't it?
Yeah.
Valentine's. You should always be showing love to everybody.
That is true.
It just feels nice being, everyone's happy today. Everyone's spreading the love.
Yeah.
I sucked up to my mom and I sent her flowers in Florida.
That was very smart. Good kid. I didn't do that.
And then she called me and she said I was the only kid to do it. Ha ha ha. But I did it out of love.
Very smart.
Because my mom deserves it. She does. She really is the best. But
I was laughing at all the people were stitching it on TikTok of, I don't know, it was like a girl being like, we don't want flowers. Like everybody was like being like, no, I want flowers.
No, we do.
No, we want the flowers.
If
we want the flowers.
I'm not getting flowers on Valentine's Day, I'm upset.
Yeah.
But I also think flowers should be something that comes often. I don't think it should be just on Valentine's Day.
No, I agree. I think flowers are a beautiful treat. So my red eye, I got to my apartment at 7:30 a.m. and I got into bed and was like asleep. And then Joe got up, but I could hear him moving around and like I was just like cuddled up in bed and I was like, I hope he went to go get flowers. And he did.
Yes, that's the best feeling. I had the same thing this morning.
I was like, still asleep. I'm like, I hear a lot of movement in the kitchen. He better be putting those in a vase.
Yeah, I had like one eye open and I was like, flowers.
Exactly.
That's a good feeling.
You still want it. You still want it.
Yeah.
It's nice. And it's just, you go out to dinner, you have a nice time.
Like when Miley Cyrus said I could buy myself flowers, like, sure.
Yeah,
I could.
I do all the time, honestly. Like I like to have fresh flowers in the apartment. But it's nice when it's for Valentine's Day.
Bone to pick with Noah. He's not here today. And he wasn't here during the episode yesterday either. Yeah. Sarah, lovely Sarah, has been filling in for Noah. He'll be back for Thursday's or Friday's episode. He was in Montana.
He took a little trip, which fucking take the boys trip.
Yeah, go for it. We're happy for you, Noah.
He didn't tell us. He didn't tell us when he was coming.
He didn't really disclose with the group when he was going to be away and when he'd be coming back.
We are all about open communication on this podcast. And we are also like, hey, you want to take a day? You want to take an extra day? Fucking do it.
Nobody loves taking a vacation more than me and Fred.
Was it 100%? No one loves an extra day more than me and Rhea.
We will never shame somebody for saying we want a day off.
I was like, fucking take that day. But just tell us.
Just tell us. That's all we ask is you tell us, but we will never, ever. We encourage it.
Yeah.
And then I had a thought today and was like, this motherfucker, Sarah, who has been in a relationship for years now, it's Valentine's Day. Yeah. She's going to be working extra late today.
Yeah.
Doing all the work.
Because he's not here. Yep.
And I just was like, damn. You know
I didn't even realize that. And then I just kind of laughed.
I don't think...
He obviously did not do that on purpose.
Right.
But
and, Noah's a single guy. And I don't think we should be like, oh, Noah's single. He has to work on Valentine's Day. I don't think it's like that. But I was like, oh, man, like she has to work even later on Valentine's Day. But next Tuesday is Sarah's birthday. And maybe Noah will take over for Sarah's portion of the job so that she can enjoy her birthday night.
I think that's
as a thank you.
Suggestion.
I think that would be a good thank you.
That we'll throw out there to him personally.
And thank you to Sarah for doing it. It's her first time recording and editing the podcast because she does the YouTube and the clips. So
big shoes to fill.
Big undertaking. Nobody has ever done it before. It has only ever been Noah.
Yeah, that's actually a very good point.
But he scurried off to Montana.
He looks like, by the way, fucking looks like an
looks
incredible
really
trip.
cool. Yeah.
The pictures and stuff. I'm excited to talk to him about it.
Yeah.
Because like the pictures and stuff he was posting were so cool.
So cool. He was holding a gun, which scared me.
Yeah, I didn't like that one. I'm not gonna lie.
It didn't feel on brand for him.
No, I'm just
But I guess in Montana.
Yeah, still just no. That's a big no for me. I saw that and was like, ugh. Like I literally scoffed and was like, I'm gonna pretend like I didn't see that.
I'm sure his parents weren't thrilled with that one.
But like big hikes and snow, and I freaked out because we've got no snow in New York, none. And like now it's basically warm. Like it's like feels like winter. We're just skipping winter. I mean, it was cold, but like now we didn't get one snowstorm.
None.
Maybe it'll happen. Maybe it won't. But
that damn groundhog saw 6 more weeks of winter.
Damn it, Phil.
And yet. But it's warm.
I know.
So I feel like he was wrong.
Yeah. Well, it's not quite scientific, but he, sometimes he gets it right, sometimes he doesn't. When I flew out of Seattle, it was snowing and it was beautiful. Like I was sitting in my seat looking out the window, snow was falling. Unfortunately, it took a little bit longer because they had to come defrost the plane, so we didn't leave for like an hour after we were supposed to. But it was really snowing. And I was just like, people were the guy next to me was probably laughing at me. I was like the 3-year-old that's never seen snow before. And they're like, snow. Like, oh my God. Because I just feel like we haven't.
Thought you were from Florida.
We haven't seen any snow at all. So I was like plastered against the airplane window, like looking out at the snow coming down. I took some pictures.
It's been years since we haven't seen any snow.
I know, I'm dying.
Every year we get a little
bit. Like it has got all icy on the window.
Pretty.
Like it was.
At this point,
nice.
I'm okay though. I'm now we're reaching the point where I don't. Now. December, January.
Yeah.
Maybe you catch me wanting snow.
Right.
We're
not looking for a March snowstorm.
No, I don't want a March snowstorm. Yeah. That's not fun. Yeah. That's like, okay, come on. We're almost at spring.
Yeah.
Get it together.
I understand. Let's
get into the topics for today's show.
Love is in the air.
Yeah, it's beautiful. We have Emily Ratajkowski and Eric Andre confirmed their relationship.
Love's in the air for
on
them.
Instagram. Chris Evan confirms his relationship as well. Olivia and Jason, I'm saying their names like we know who they are. Olivia Wilde and Jason Sudeikis' nanny is suing them, as well as Olivia Wilde's thirsty comments about A$AP Rocky on her Instagram story. Back off, bitch. And we're going to be talking about Summer House, and we have a Bachelor recap with Trent. So let's get into the topics.
I like that we really covered both Monday shows today. Like it was like, you could have watched Summer House, you could have watched Bachelor. We're talking about both of them.
Yeah, we got you covered. So let's get into the topics. Emily Ratajkowski and Eric Andre have confirmed their relationship. It seems they went to the Knicks game Monday night, which is,
and there's been pictures of them around.
Tons
for the last couple months.
But it's Emily Ratajkowski's second time confirming a relationship in the past couple months at a Knicks game, which I think is funny. But Emily, Eric Andre posted a nude photo of the both of them. Eric Andre was laying across the couch, a heart over his dick, and Emily Ratajkowski's naked in the mirror taking the picture. It looks like they just got done doing the intercourse. Clothes all over the floor, wine on the side. We all know how that goes. They got a little frisky, and then they said, let's take a little picky, post it on Instagram for Valentine's Day. I don't know. I like this couple. I like Eric Andre a lot. Eric Andre, fun fact, one of the first followers of Chicks in the Office.
Yeah.
He was a day one Chicks in the Office follower when we were just doing those 1-minute Instagram videos, and we had DM'd with him a little bit before.
He said we were funny.
He did. And that's a big compliment coming from Eric Andre. Mm-hmm. And so please don't unfollow us now that we've acknowledged it publicly. So I'm rooting for my guy Eric Andre here, and she likes a funny guy apparently.
She does, and I like the pivot for her. I do, and it's in your face, which I respect. I'm really curious as to what the timeline of this was, only because you had heard it, we had heard it, that he was in a fairly serious relationship
He had been in one for years. I think,
and something obviously happened.
I think
we don't know.
I think they broke up, and he was not that. It was public, but he wasn't posting all the time.
Yeah.
So I think what happened was he was a single guy for a little bit.
We had just heard from a source that I can't reveal, but that he was like ready to commit.
Well, they were together for a long time.
Yeah.
And something must have, maybe they were going to commit and then they thought,
something happened.
Why are we going to commit when we don't even really want, like maybe they had this,
Right.
But
well,
I think he was a single man, and then, but Eric Andre's not the type of guy that's going to post about how he's single.
Yeah.
I feel like that relationship ended. There was some time, and then Emily Ratajkowski is just so public that it like became a public thing.
Yeah. My personal preference is like, I don't need to see that, like those are the photos that I'm like, you can keep those ones to yourself.
Right. But it's almost like, oh my God.
In my mind.
Wow. You guys are sharing that with us? Like Eric Andre and Emily Ratajkowski, I'm like, they really shared that with us. Like they were like, here's a present, everyone.
Yeah.
We're together and we're fucking. And we
Yeah.
want you all to know.
Yeah.
Maybe that was just, it's Eric Andre. Eric Andre is
I know, exactly.
over the top kind of guy.
For sure.
And so to me, Eric Andre's naked all the time.
He's never going to do the predictable
Eric
thing.
Andre has run naked across his own show. So that's why, to me, for them, this makes sense. Other couples,
Fair.
you can keep that shit private, keep it to yourself.
Yeah.
But Eric Andre is Eric Andre. And to me, this was like the most Eric Andre thing to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I wasn't that like taken aback by this one.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair. But it's just as a couple, it is like now we've seen them together for a little bit. And yeah, the funny guys, lots of laughter. Clearly that was something that Emily Ratajkowski really wanted.
Yeah, she wants a funny guy.
Exactly.
And she's going for it.
Definitely.
Olivia Wilde was thirsting this weekend for A$AP Rocky on her Instagram story during Rihanna's performance. She posted, if I didn't think he was hot enough, he just got hotter.
Yeah.
And it was the video of A$AP Rocky filming Rihanna and tagged the both of them.
Yeah.
Wild move to post that and tag the both of them.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you should be saying Rihanna's hot. You know what I mean? Like if you're like, Rihanna probably saw that and was like, okay, fucking calm down, Olivia.
Right. But well, she did clarify. She was like, I just want, like, it's hot to, go that hard for your partner.
Oh, and I fully agree. I love A$AP Rocky.
Yeah.
And I thought that was amazing. But I respect Rihanna. and I was like, that is so, oh my God, I love A$AP Rocky so much for doing that for Rihanna. It's just the calling him hot. You know what? Like, oh, he just got hotter. Like, you could say it in a different way.
Yeah.
I just think it's a wild move.
I don't know. That one really didn't bother me as much as it bothered most people. I just feel like I have done that before, where it's like, I'm trying to think of like a couple I really like. Maybe like Blake and Ryan, where like maybe Ryan did something that was very attractive in support of Blake, and maybe it's something that I like would reshare in my story. Would I tag them? Maybe I wouldn't tag them, but I'd like resharing it and being like, damn, like this is so like, I love this of Ryan. Like I love that Ryan did this.
Yeah, I love this of Ryan. I love this of A$AP Rocky.
Yeah.
It's more just the like, he just got
hotter.
Oh, if I didn't think he was hot enough, he just got hotter.
Right.
Like, but you didn't post anything about Rihanna.
Yeah. I think I
see the sentiment. Like I get it.
The
like
roots of it were coming from a good place.
Yes, like I understand fully. A$AP Rocky doing that for Rihanna is very attractive of a man to be hyping up his woman. You want that in a guy. That's very attractive. That's 100%. It is a hot thing. But it's just the way she went. I just thought it was wild. Like the Instagram story itself, I just thought that was wild. Like nothing about Rihanna's performance herself, but here's A$AP Rocky, and I think he's even hotter for filming Rihanna.
Okay, fair. The nanny is also suing them. The nanny that we have talked about, who's had all the bombshell claims about the two of them. She's filed a wrongful termination lawsuit. She claims in the lawsuit that Jason fired her after she requested to take a 3-day stress leave which would have involved, quote, radio silence. She claims she suffered increased stress and anxiety after the Don't Worry, Darling director moved out of the home that she shared with Jason and their kids because it meant her role in the children's lives increased exponentially. The pressure of her not only being the primary caretaker of the children, but also filling in Wilde's absence for the children became debilitating, the documents state. She claims that her stress and anxiety caused by their breakup became, quote, close to unbearable, and it only worsened after news of the split hit the media. As a result, the trio entered group therapy after she realized she had developed a trauma bond with the hall pass with Jason Sudeikis. This is a very messy situation.
The nanny seems messy. Olivia and Jason's relationship
the whole scenario
seems messy.
seemed really messy. And I see, I definitely understand a level of stress coming from that, and also especially if maybe the job description changed because she had to be there more or whatever. But anytime you take it to the level of now you're suing for damages and emotional stress and all that, it feels extreme.
Yeah, and I mean we don't know the extent, but it just feels like trying to really milk this Olivia and Jason thing.
Right. A source told Page Six, a source close to the former couple told Page Six that the nanny has developed a pattern to try and score both fame and money, and this is just another avenue she's trying in order to get paid, which, of course, you can always see that case as well when it comes to suing celebrities. And, maybe it was a very stressful work environment, and she's now it's fuck it. Pay me.
Right.
Give me the money.
You guys put me through this, and now fucking
now
pay
I
up.
fucking want
Give me the bucks.
the millions I'm sure that she's trying to get right now.
Forgot to mention that Chris Evans confirmed his relationship when we were talking about Eric Andre and Emily Ratajkowski.
Which he's done, but this was a lot.
Fully. This was 20 pictures of them.
It was a full slideshow.
Really cute.
So
really happy for Chris Evans because I feel like he had talked before about, wanting to settle down and find somebody. I feel like maybe he's found that person for himself.
Alba.
And
posted a video of him.
He doesn't care that the Chris Evans fans want to take him down because he once did not disclose their relationship.
I know.
But he's disclosing it now.
He was trending on Twitter before because of him posting. The Chris Evans stans are crazy. But yeah, cute little quirky videos, the slideshows, the pictures. It was very sweet. They've been together for a pretty decent amount of time now without really sharing anything publicly. And now he's sharing more, which makes you think things are probably pretty serious. And I know, they have a pretty big age gap as well. That gets pointed out a lot. But but here's the problem. Some of these older guys, especially these Hollywood older guys, I'm they have the emotional maturity of a 26-year-old.
It's hard to decipher when to get mad or not, right? How are we not getting mad about Chris Evans, but then we're getting mad about Leonardo DiCaprio?
Yeah.
Well, it's hard to decipher. It's hard to
No, it is.
Sit here and go, we're going to get mad at this person and we're not going to get mad at that person.
I think Alba's 25.
I think it's once it reaches over the legal drinking age,
she's 25.
Then we let up a little bit.
Yeah,
once they can legally have a drink.
Yeah.
But before that, you're kind of just why?
I know. Well, and yeah, I know. It really does sometimes feel like it's case by case. Leo hanging out with a 19-year-old, I was oh, I don't like that. That was Chris Evans and Alba sharing their cute love moments, and clearly they really care for each other, and it's a legit relationship. Feels more legitimate, and
right,
because they're 15 16 years apart.
Because you almost say
she's 25, he's 41.
Leo, why can't you just have sex with somebody a little older?
Yeah, just I mean, how many times have we talked about this, right?
Right.
19 just feels so much younger than 21, 23, 25.
I don't know if it feels a lot younger than 21, but it feels a lot younger than 25.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking about myself now versus when I first started working here when I was 19.
Yeah.
And I feel like I have changed dramatically. So
yeah,
it is wild to think about.
Yeah. And they're clearly in a very good place in their relationship. I think, like I said, Chris was trending on Twitter. People were freaking out about that. There was one that I wanted to mention that we didn't say when we were introing the topics, and that was
Kelsea, Ballerini, and Chase Stokes.
Oh, yes. No, but yes. I watched Kelsea Ballerini's short film. Oh my God, fucking take your heart out and stomp on. Like, I was like crying. It was very emotional. Just like beautifully done. I love her. I think she is awesome. And Chase publicly really, gave her props for doing that and sharing that. And he posted a picture of it's like his back. They're like kind of they're hugging. It was very sweet. So
and she posted a TikTok.
Yeah, they're dating.
Him.
It seems for sure.
Dating.
Like it's like I don't know how serious it is, but they're having a good time and they're dating, and it's very nice of him to like publicly.
But why does people say
do that?
They don't like you just said you don't know how serious it is? Like they're posting pictures together and stuff. Like they're clearly. I don't think you post pictures together unless you're like, all right, we're dating. Like we're officially dating.
Yeah, maybe.
And when you're officially dating, I feel like that it's serious. Hooking up and stuff and just talking, I feel like is not serious. But like once you make that like we're boyfriend and girlfriend, to me, I think it's serious.
But I don't know. Sometimes I just feel like celebrities have like different rules for things.
Maybe
where I'm like, I don't know, if what they're sharing. I do think that they make a great pair, and they seem to be doing very well right now. What the other one I was going to say was Kylie Jenner posted a picture of her and Stassibaby. It was like, Forever Valentine. Their kid is very cute, like few photos of them, which reminded me that we had not talked about the fact that Stassibaby is now dating Jaden Hossler. We haven't not brought that up on this show, which really took me by surprise.
I think it's because I'm not that blown away by it. Maybe because I've been following for a while that they were like together, like group hangouts and stuff, and so I wasn't like that shocked by it. And I also think because people think Stassi's a lot older than she is.
Yeah, people definitely think she's older. It doesn't even come from a place like that for me. It's just like
I just think LA, like all these people hang out in like the same groups, and I think that's where my mind goes. It is, I guess.
In my mind, I was just like, Stassi, like could be dating anyone. Just
right.
Dating Jaden Hossler.
You see Stassi with like a real man.
Yeah,
but when you see him with her with Jaden Hossler, you're like, what? Yeah. But I wasn't that surprised just because of the LA scene of like young kids hanging out.
I know Devin texted our group.
25, but
Devin texted our group this, so I don't know. I haven't seen anything else about it though. But then I did see a tweet about it too. They met on Raya.
So the photographer, Tyrell.
Yeah.
Hampton, I think is his last name. He posted a picture of them and wrote like they met on Raya. So was
that serious or was that a joke?
I don't know if it was a joke or not.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Right. And he's 21.
I think he's 21 and she's 25.
Yeah. That yeah, definitely. I feel like, but this is the thing with Stassi. Like people do think she's older, but then it's like you remember that she's Kylie Jenner's best friend. And it's Kylie's, Kylie's not old.
Right, but people forget that Kylie Jenner's young too because she's like a mom, has two kids. She comes across so mature. So people forget how
that is true.
They're only 25.
I just kind of like pictured Stassi with like an athlete, like something like that vibe, like big, tall guy.
Strong guy.
Yeah.
So
but maybe that's more her type.
Maybe.
That's like that vibe. It's just so not my vibe.
Yeah, I feel you.
It's just not.
Never gonna be us.
Yeah.
Never gonna be our vibe.
Look, they're like out and about. They're been pictured around a lot.
Happy. I don't
they're
think
posting. They're also posting on social a bunch together. So it's like, okay, they're doing it.
I don't think we've ever seen Stassi have a boyfriend publicly.
I don't think so.
I don't think we've ever seen her have a boyfriend publicly. So it must be for real.
Exactly.
So
like we said, love is in the air.
Love is in the air
everywhere.
Yes. Last up, Summer House. Summer House is back, and it looks like a really good season. We got some new people joining.
Yeah.
And man, are they ragging on Carl and Lindsay. And let me tell you, Carl and Lindsay are not getting a good edit. Like, they are not editing this show in the favor of Carl and Lindsay, in which I thought they would be.
Yeah.
Or maybe that's just my take on, like, I don't know what's going on.
I mean, we'll see where
I don't
it
know
goes.
what the hell is going on. Kyle is very upset. He's like losing his best friend. But you know, when people get in relationships, things change. You know, you spend a lot of time with one person, but it kind of just seems like Carl has totally shut Kyle out.
Yeah.
You know, it's been open now that Carl's not a part of Loverboy anymore. I think that just came out. And you know, he is sober, so maybe he felt like the alcohol business wasn't for him anymore. He is California sober, actually, because he talked about smoking weed on Monday's episode.
Doesn't really do that much.
But I felt bad for Maya. Maya seems really sweet, and it seems like something happened between her and Lindsay. What I don't get is that people are always saying something happens with Lindsay, and then Lindsay is always denying it. And I'm just like, it can't be. It can't be that they're all lying all the time, you know?
Exactly.
It can't be that they're all making these things up.
Exactly.
Once in a while, they got to be telling the truth. And so
I think most of the time they're telling the truth.
And so I felt bad for Maya because she seems really sweet, and I feel like she has no bad intentions. She looked at Carl as a friend and got the brunt of Lindsay.
Yeah, I think
they do edit the show in a way, though, that makes it seem like they're talking about Lindsay 24/7. And so that's not in their favor, because I doubt they're talking about her 24/7. But of course, they're going to include the part. It's a reality show. They're going to include the parts where they're talking about Lindsay and Kyle.
And if I had to get...
Lindsay and Carl.
If I have to take a guess, just from production standpoint, they're bringing in younger people. They're bringing in newer people. At a certain points, like Carl and Lindsay and Amanda and Kyle, like, it won't make sense for them to be on this show anymore. So wouldn't it be easier for it to be like, oh, Carl and Lindsay, like, it's just like a send-off. Like, everyone's getting annoyed now. Maybe they do some like wedding special, and then they just like are not a part of Summer House, or like something else happens.
I can't see them being a part of it anymore. I was you know, I don't usually laugh at Kyle.
Yeah.
I don't. Kyle is not my favorite. I love Amanda. She seems so sweet, but Kyle, not my fave. But he had some funny lines on
Kyle
Monday's
was cracking
episode
me up because he was like they're
talking
waking up to go to fucking Barry's.
Yeah, when he was talking about Carl and with the checklist the night before, going to who's signing up for the 8 a.m. class. It's like nobody wants to deal with that at a Summer House.
No.
And you know, Carl has changed his life for the better, and he was, you know, going through a really hard time, and it seemed like he's getting his life together, and Lindsay has helped Carl with that. But also, when does it become a point that Carl's not his own human anymore? Like, the episode, I don't know about in real life, but the episode was painted in a way that Carl can't think or speak or do anything for himself.
Yeah. And the way that this season is going to go, I think like the drama with Danielle is going to be pretty dominating as far as what happens with her and Lindsay, and they've, you know, been best friends for a while, and looks like that hits something quick and fast, like, and we don't really know all the details of it, but like, you know, Lindsay did an interview where she said, like, I don't really know where things went wrong with her relationship with Danielle.
She never knows.
And Danielle reshared the clip and literally like put the brain exploding emoji, and she just wrote, come on, you know? So it's like, I don't know. Lindsay is, her background is in publicity, and like, she's very good at writing a story and painting a picture that I think she's been very good at the whole time she's been on this show. And her and Carl, I think they do make a very good match. I just don't know if it fits in with the dynamic of the house anymore.
Watching the reunion back before last night's episode, when she kept saying, you know, I'm not the one who chased after Austin and made out, like, you had your leg wrapped around that man making out with him, okay? It takes two to tango, and you were tangoing with him. Yeah. So it just is, it's frustrating for them, I bet. I was watching them on Watch What Happens Live, and Andy was giving them shit right when the show started, because he was like, do you guys realize how much you call each other babe?
Yeah, the babe. Yeah,
he was like, do you realize how often you do it? And they were like, no. And he was like, it's a lot. There's nothing worse.
Carl did actually. I watched that too, and Carl did seem to genuinely apologize towards the other show. He was like, "I'm really sorry about the babe thing. Like that, we did not realize how bad that was."
There's nothing worse than being around a couple who does that.
Yeah. It's tough.
It's so tough. It's like, come on.
I know. So
they have a name.
Yeah.
And you also just like, oh my gosh.
I know. I think it's going to be a good season. Like I said, there's definitely a lot of drama when it comes to friendships, brought in new people. Gabby seems really cool. I like her. She seems really funny. Chris, they always bring in these guys that it's like, these guys never stick. I don't know. Maybe Chris will. I don't know.
The guys never do.
But Andrea's the only one that they brought in where like, I'm like, where the fuck is Andrea? And of course, like they were joking, he has a girlfriend now. So it's like not, he's not trying to be on the show. But I'm like, I miss Andrea. And Sam, who is from my town, and I know, and she's very good friends with my brother. And so that's kind of crazy now watching her on this show.
Yeah.
But because just like I've never known anybody that's then gone on to like a reality TV show that I like really watch. And so it's going to be very interesting. I'm glad they're bringing in some youth. Like Sam's young. There's, definitely going to be a younger.
Gotta switch it up
because we're going to have some kind of transition at some points where like a summer share house vibe, partying won't make sense. Like I think about Vanderpump Rules and things change because like the drama slowed down for a while and everyone's like, oh, this is getting so boring, and now we have divorces and all this crazy shit happening, so it's like you pull them back in, but it's in a different setting. It's not like, okay, now we're all married and we're going to a house in the summer where like the show is based off of the parties that they have and do and the drama that unfolds from that. So maybe the show evolves, or like they bring in new people, or the people that are on it do other shows.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll see it change.
Yeah. But I'm locked in for another season for sure.
Looks like a good season. Game Time is the exclusive ticketing partner of Barstool Sports. Game Time is created by fans for fans, and it's the ticketing app that makes it easier than ever to score last-minute deals on tickets to sports, concerts, and shows, and they guarantee the lowest price. Everybody loves using Game Time here at Barstool to go to, last-minute concert, last-minute sporting event, whatever it is that you want to check out. Game Time is here for you, and they crack the code on how to score deals on last-minute tickets. It's possible with the Game Time app. The biggest last-minute price drops can be found on the seats you thought you could never buy. All of a sudden, oh my God, you want to go to a show tonight? Boom, go onto the Game Time app. You're there. You could get there, okay? So the purchase process just takes 2 taps and 10 seconds. And once you buy your tickets, they're delivered directly to your phone. No printer needed. The app also allows you to easily share tickets with friends via text so you can get into the game seamlessly. Skip the hassles and enjoy the moment with Game Time. Download the Game Time app or go to the website. Enter your email and redeem code CHICKS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms do apply. Once again, redeem code CHICKS for $20 off your first purchase. All right, everyone, we are here with Trent for a nice little Bachelor recap. No cutting stems this week, and we are going to do a nice little in-person recap of the episode from Monday night. Glad to have everyone back together. Not in Arizona, where 2 people were and 1 wasn't, and looked like they had a great time. But anyways, welcome to the show, Trent.
You responded to that story of mine of a girl who came up to us at the Barstool bar and took a picture with us, and you responded to, because I reposted it, with a side eye, and I didn't respond to it because I didn't know what part you were mad at.
You got red.
No, I know.
You got the side eye, and I got the soft smile with the 1 tear.
Oh, and then I think you sent me something later that was that
I
one.
got.
Yes. I didn't know what you were mad at, so I didn't respond. And
you didn't know what I was mad at?
I wasn't sure, so I figured I would wait till I saw you in person, and then you were upset that Fran and I were hanging out in Arizona and you weren't there.
Yeah, it was just like straight up jealousy. Like, I will be honest, I was jealous.
Yeah. Well, I only saw Trent that one night.
Yep.
Okay, good. You lying?
No. We were at the Barstool
No, we went
bar.
to the Dozen. He was at the Dozen.
Listen, there was a lot of
the
cool
Barstool
things.
bar, which I made try to go back in for one drink. And
there was a lot of cool things happening this past weekend, right? Like Drake, all that. The most jealous I was the fact that you two were together at the bar.
Yeah.
It was only for like 35 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we left the Barstool bar.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Hope you guys had a good time.
I was like, we can Uber back together.
Did you guys? You
Yeah, we
Ubered back together?
We did, yeah.
We did. Back to the hotel.
How long was the car
No,
ride?
well, actually,
How long was the Uber back?
Mike and Danny took us back.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God, the security guards drove you back?
Yeah.
Danny?
Yeah.
Well, we called
And
it-
Mike?
We called an
trying
Uber.
to call an Uber, but it just so happened that when we walked out, they were leaving, and they were like, "I will take you back." With their gems, you know those guys.
It's like 10-minute ride. We all
Yeah.
just laughs and laughs and just
Music?
bonding.
Music?
No, there's too much talking and
Yeah.
too much bonding that we couldn't play any music.
So you guys get food after?
No.
we went to bed.
Yeah.
It was late.
Sure.
It was late.
You guys went back together and went to bed?
I was still a little under the weather at that point.
You
like
were.
I was tired.
Hope you don't catch the fucking flu.
Yeah,
Trent.
I've been feeling a little
Yeah.
something with my throat. It
Yeah.
seems a little
Yeah.
sore.
Hope you're not sick. Well, that would be unfortunate. I'm sitting next to you.
Sure, you got it.
Anyways, happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's
Happy
Day.
Valentine's Day.
What are you doing for Valentine's Day?
Nothing.
Talking to
I
us.
suggested that you go to Dunkin' Donuts and pick up a
You
box.
did. I didn't know if you were like, were we doing like an in real life commercial?
Yeah.
And you're like, are you going to Dunkin' to get the heart donut? And I was like, I don't.
Are the
maybe.
cameras on in here? Like, am I supposed to have a a rehearsed answer?
I had no idea why I even said
$1
that.
donut.
I just, as soon as I saw Trent, I said, "You gonna get those heart donuts today?"
That's a guy
that
who likes
was
donuts.
the first thing you said when you walked in the door.
I feel like the last time we were in this room, we were eating donuts.
We were eating
Maybe that's what it
chocolate
was.
frosted Dunkin' Donuts.
Honestly, now that you put it in my head, I might eat donuts tonight.
Mm-hmm. It's just a great day for some treats.
The restaurant I'm going to for dinner is their dessert are donuts, and they're my favorite part of the meal.
Yeah.
What kind of donuts are they? Are they like fancy donuts or are they small donuts?
They're mid-size, I would say, but they are. It's kind of like create your own. You know, they have all different flavors.
Yeah.
And they have all the flavors on the inside, and then they come with all the different sauces
Yeah.
to dip them into. Oh my God, they're delicious.
Yeah.
I had some good bread pudding when I was in Arizona when we went out to dinner.
I have never had bread pudding.
Really? I think you should give it a go.
Yeah,
You've never had bread pudding? What is bread pudding? Have I had bread pudding?
exactly.
I don't know what it is, but I know when I order it, I like it.
I've had the Magnolia Bakery banana.
That's bread pudding.
Is that bread pudding?
Yes, that's bread pudding.
Oh, then I've had it.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I feel like you've had the
Then
we've
I've
had
had
the
it.
Magnolia
Yeah,
Bakery
yeah.
bread pudding together.
Yeah, but is banana? Was yours banana, Trent?
I
Flavor-
don't believe.
flavor to it?
I don't believe so. No.
Okay. Well,
Is that what you guys had when you went back to the hotel? Bread pudding?
yeah.
No, I got 2 waters in the lobby and I went up to my room.
2. Why did you get 2?
I like to stay hydrated. I like to stay hydrated.
Okay. Anyways.
Yeah.
Sick of you two. Bachelor
Yeah,
recap.
guys, The Bachelor. You know, I'm going up and down. Like I'm. My emotions for this season are like last night's episode or whatever Monday night's episode. I was like, you know what? Good episode.
Yep.
Zach's doing some good things. He's making connections. All the ladies really like him. Like I'm like, and so in my mind, I'm having this moment. I'm having an up and down where I'm like, this is a good season. They're making connections. It's working. And then I'm like, this is boring.
I know.
And what's happening?
Have you
But
ever-
I'm going back and forth.
I'm with you.
Have you ever heard me shush someone during The Bachelor?
Never.
Never. I'm usually the one being shushed.
Normally, I'm shushing you.
Yeah. Last night I shushed Marty during The Bachelor.
Really?
We were eating dinner, and all of a sudden the drama started popping off with the followers and everything.
yeah.
And I was like, shh. shh.
There we go.
It's like, and he was like,
Uh-oh.
what?
She's being pulled in.
She is.
I said it's not loud enough. It's like, what is going on?
I can't hear about the followers.
Yeah, because he was like talking about the show,
Yes.
but I was like, you're not hearing what they're saying, and then I was
Yeah.
like, oh my God, who was that? I honestly was astonished with myself, but then I was proud of myself.
Yeah.
because I was like, we're not even doing cutting stems tonight, and I'm watching the show.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Guys, I
So I thought it was a decent episode.
do too, and I think Zach's
Summer
doing
House
a
was
good
on
job.
though. Summer House was on.
Summer House is also great.
and it was really good, and I was bouncing back
I
and forth.
watched Summer House during my layover in Seattle.
You never texted me your thoughts on it. Meanwhile, I texted you all night.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Guys, I'm just kidding.
no, I know.
I'm in one of those funny, like, fun moods where I really like to just stick it to the man.
Stick it to Fran.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a fun segment.
Stick it to the Fran.
Stick it to Fran. Stick it to the Fran. Why didn't you text me about Summer House? When I texted you all night long about it, I texted you
because
for the duration of the episode.
By the time I watched, it was
I don't care what time
8:30 like I just felt like it was late.
Fran, I read it in the morning. I could read it in the morning.
Yeah, I know.
I like to wake up to text messages. I woke up to 0 today. And I could have woke up to multiple.
You could have woken up. I could have texted
me your thoughts. And now we'll have to wait till later to hear your thoughts.
Yeah. The Bachelor, however, they were in the Bahamas. They're at Baha Mar. Beautiful.
Love Baha Mar. Been there.
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Beautiful spot.
Beautiful
I have not, but I've thought about going many times.
It looks incredible.
It's a beautiful spot. It's always the toss-up. Do you go to Atlantis, Bahamas, which I've been to multiple times as well? Fun place. I'm giddy thinking about
What's
it.
fun about it?
So much about the slides, the water slides.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
No, honestly, the Atlantis
The Real
Resort,
Housewives of Miami also just went to Baha Mar.
The Atlantis Resort in Bahamas is one of the coolest resorts I think that exists in the world. Like it has
Fran,
everything.
You've never seen the commercials with the big building, the
and
slide that drops straight
and
down?
It goes down. It's called the Leap of Faith, and they have
You've
other
never
ones.
seen it?
And it
No.
goes down into
you've seen the commercial.
a shark tank, but you're not with the sharks. It's glass.
It'd be kind of wild.
It's awesome. The Atlantis is awesome.
I'm gonna write it down.
It's really cool.
I would
but
go there.
then when you're an adult, Baha Mar, I feel like, is where people transition to, because Atlantis is like definitely kid friendly because of all the slides. But I think as an adult,
No slides at Baha Mar.
No, they have a water park.
They have a little one, yeah, but it's no Atlantis. I mean, Atlantis is my favorite vacation I've ever been on, and I went twice as a kid. I went when I was 7, and again when I was in 7th grade.
Yeah,
and both times very memorable. 2 of the best vacations of my life. My
beautiful.
God, you feel like you are in. I'll stop, but you feel like you are in a fucking palace.
Yeah.
Atlantis is awesome. You feel like you're in a movie.
What's that? Which is that Mary-Kate and Ashley?
Holiday in the Sun.
Holiday in the Sun.
Megan Fox.
Yeah. Holiday in the Sun.
Holiday in the Sun, one of the best Mary-Kate and Ashley movies.
They're in the Bahamas, right?
Yeah, they are in it. They are at Atlantis.
Yeah, right, yeah.
And you could take a little tour of all the little spots that were in the movie, which we've done before. When we went
You love the Bahamas.
I love the Bahamas.
She does love the Bahamas.
When we were going to a Chinese restaurant there at the Atlantis when I was in 7th grade, I remember, and a guy walked past my sister, slapped her ass. My dad fucking chased this man down. Never forget.
I mean, she was in 10th grade.
No,
she
was graduating.
Junior or senior?
She was graduating because
5 years. Yeah.
She's like 5.5 years older than me, but she was I was going into 8th grade. She was whatever, but. She was graduating.
Inappropriate.
She was 18, but it was still
inappropriate regardless.
He didn't know that.
No, he didn't know that.
He didn't know.
He didn't know. She could have been very underage. Slapped her ass. My dad bolted. That man he's scary. You don't want to piss my dad off.
No, I would not. No.
And
I would not.
All right. And then Baha Mar is good too.
Baha Mar is beautiful.
Baha Mar is beautiful. Oh my God, I rode beautiful jet skis there.
Yeah. Love the
Bahamas.
The only thing that
one of the greatest places
I'm gonna go. You're gonna convince me to go.
And it's like a 30-minute flight from Florida
Dude,
to Bahamas.
I will say, when they did the map for the Bachelor last night, I was like, that's way closer than I thought.
It's like a 3.5 hour flight from
if
here.
you had asked me where's
really
the
not that
Bahamas,
far.
I would have said it's so much further.
One of the best flights of my life was flying from Florida to the Bahamas when I was a kid, and all they did was give us crackers, and that's how I knew it was a short flight. I was like, they're just throwing us freaking crackers.
This is a cracker flight?
Not even time.
Short flight.
That means it's 45 minutes.
Not
or less.
even time for the drink cart to come out.
No drinks.
Right.
Fucking crackers and water, throwing them at us from the beginning of the aisle.
We're barely gonna get up there. We're gonna go right back down.
And when you see a family on the plane to wherever you're going, a vacation destination, and then you just keep seeing them.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
That happened to me that trip. I will never forget it. I saw them at the restaurant that we went to when we first got there. I saw them all throughout the week. We never interacted. I just had my sights on
you just
this
always
family.
know where they are.
Anyways, amazing.
I've had that before. The only thing that really didn't look good about Baha Mar was Zach's shirts. I couldn't get behind the tropical shirt. The blue one, the first one, was the worst one by far. But they were all. He was just like, he was in his Bahamas shirts, but short sleeve, button down, like Hawaiian print. Not not Balls Beachwear.
Not what we prefer in our men.
We prefer Balls Beachwear. So
They're really doing every episode. They're doing the Zach shower.
Every episode.
I didn't pick up until
we're really getting an old school season.
They're like,
here.
you think this man is boring, but what about his abs?
Right.
What about Zach has a good body. Like Zach is fit. He is definitely fit, but you're not he's not Tyler Cameron. You know,
right?
Like they're really making this guy do a lot of shirtless showers.
I know.
He wouldn't have shirts in the shower, but a lot of shower scenes.
A lot of shirtless showers.
A lot of shirtless showers.
It would
be weird if he was wearing a shirt.
I
in the
did see
shower,
someone commenting on the last night's shower.
Many.
So many, where he was kind of doing the armpit thing, and there was no soap.
Yeah.
He was just in the. They clearly were
just rubbing.
I didn't. We didn't get it the first time.
Yeah.
So if you could get back in there, and we're gonna do another.
Just
you have
rub
armpit
your
hair?
body.
What?
You have armpit hair?
Yeah. I'm an
I
adult
think all
now.
men do.
No, I know it. Some have more than others.
Oh, well, you didn't ask
how
if you had a lot.
Yeah, what's your armpit hair size?
I think it's pretty regular.
What about chest hair? Because Zach, they were really talking about Zach's chest hair too. Catherine.
I'm a chest hair person.
By the way, Catherine has now, I guess, gone to Cat. They're fully only calling her Cat.
Yeah,
but
they
she
are.
was originally Catherine. But we're just going Cat now.
Yeah,
But
they
she
did
had that
change
first day, it was just like Cat. So I guess we're calling her Cat.
She's gonna be.
But
Cat from now
Kat
on.
was very, when they were on the boat, that she got the one-on-one date, and she was admiring his chest hair.
I have very little chest hair.
I love my man's chest hair. I love it.
Yeah. I would say
Fran?
Zach. Yeah. Now I'm thinking about
Your own man.
Joe's chest hair, which is not there's not much, which I actually prefer, but I've never really been with somebody who has a lot of chest hair, so I don't know if that is something that I would rather have.
He shaved it.
Yeah.
And I was like, no.
That's kind of what Zach looks like. His is groomed.
Zach definitely shaves his chest hair, and then it grows back, and that's
yeah.
Something
that
about
in-between
it, I was
stage
like,
can get weird.
Yeah, I prefer the chest hair being there.
Yeah. Well, Kat definitely liked it. They had their date, and I am sticking with Kat. I felt like she was a front runner from the beginning, and after that one-on-one date, I think so even more. Zach's because Zach's in a stage right now with her. Maybe it's too good to be true, but the way Zach was reacting to her, it was he was like, I can't believe this beautiful woman likes me.
He couldn't believe it.
And she's stunning, and I think he's infatuated with her because she is beautiful, and he's like, oh my god, she likes me.
Zach, he's got me a little confused because I agree with what you're saying, but I also see him do that with a lot of the women.
Well, he likes everybody, and they all like him.
We're
going to get to a point, I think there's 12-ish ladies left, and I think when we get to 8, there's a few right now that I'm like, they'll go.
Yep.
But they're, I think when we get to 6 to 8, I'm going to be like, I have no idea
how
this is going to go.
A heartbreaker of a season.
Yeah. I think all of those girls are going to leave crying because I think they all think they're
he really likes Jess. He really likes Kat. He really likes
It really
Davia.
doesn't feel like there's whispers in the group of, Davia went home, Trent. But
really?
Yes.
I guess he didn't really like her then.
Well, that's the thing. He's got me confused. He's sending girls home that I thought he liked.
Exactly. That's how much he likes all the other ones.
Davia went home with the rose ceremony?
Correct.
I thought, it was between Kylie and Davia.
Yeah.
Why don't you pay a little more attention?
Yeah.
I thought I was, but I do think that's what I'm saying.
Well, because you're thinking of, they had a conversation where he did kind of seem to reassure her that he liked her.
That's what I'm thinking about.
And still sent her home. So, no, I do think it's going to get to, when they said there's going to be a lot of tears, there's going to be a lot of tears. I think every single girl thinks they have a very good chance with Zach because Zach seems to really like them all. And he gives them all really good reassurance.
That's what he's really good at.
Yeah, he's really good at that.
I feel like the past couple of Bachelors have been pretty bad at that.
Yeah.
When someone will share an emotional story or talk about their feelings, past couple Bachelors were just like, that's great. But he actually gets into
he's
it.
Fairly engaging. And then the group date, they were just eating shellfish. Am I missing?
Well, they had a backyard beach party.
Yeah.
Backyard beach party, which was dangerous.
With shellfish.
Yep.
Because Gabby's allergic.
That's a bummer for her.
Yeah, that
you had a
does
good
suck.
tweet.
I did?
about how if she really wanted attention, she would eat the shellfish.
Oh yeah, Gabby was like, I'm not getting the attention I want because I can't kiss him because they have shellfish, which is a hard thing for me to say.
Shellfish is tough.
Shellfish.
It's one of those ones that after you say it a bunch of times, it gets harder and harder.
But if she had just eaten the shellfish, it's unsafe. But you get a lot of attention.
Pretty shellfish move by Zach to make that the date.
Come on now.
God,
Come on now. That was good.
Give it to me over there.
Thanks, guys.
That was really good. That's a great tweet. If you had been,
if I was watching live, I couldn't watch live.
That's a banger.
That's my problem.
That's a banger.
Yeah. The Anastasia, Stassi, got some time with Zach. Kylie came over, wanted to steal him. She said, I don't want to fight you on this or fight you about this, whatever the hell she said. I'm going to call her Stassi because Anastasia is just an absolute mouthful.
It is.
She took that literally, I guess, and was like, I'm not going to fight you. And then it caused some serious tension between the two of them.
Only person on planet Earth who took it literally.
Yeah.
I get that she was involved, so it's a little different, but not really. But everyone who was watching, Kylie's intent was clearly just like, I don't want to get in a back and forth with you.
Right. Like, I don't want to fight with you now.
I'm going to punch you in the face. Right. I'm not going to punch you. Yeah. So there's been a couple instances this season.
Although, boy, would that have been something. If we were just throwing punches to get Zach's time.
It got to a certain point where I wanted.
and punches.
Yep. It got to like, Anastasia or Stassi talked about it so much that I thought Kylie was eventually then going to fight her because she brought it up to everyone.
Yeah, they told everyone.
They told everyone. There's been a couple instances this season where the women in the house just blow things up for no reason.
Yeah.
And I get that that's part of it, but this one in particular was like, she clearly didn't mean it.
And then Kylie told Zach afterwards that, she wasn't quite sure about Stassi's intentions. And she made it very clear that she did not hear it, but she had heard that she was telling the other women about how, their Instagram followers are going up. And it seems like the quote was something along the lines of, well, now there's 14 of us where we all probably have around 50K followers. What's funny about this too, like just a side thought about it, is just like so many of them don't have 50K followers.
That's not how it works anymore.
Like Zach barely has 50K followers.
Yeah, it just like does not work that way anymore. Really, like the Instagram following does not pop off when you're on this show like it used to.
And I also think it just has to do with Instagram in general these days.
100%.
Like I'm about to make these ladies feel a little bit better.
100%.
The Instagram algorithm and Instagram in general has completely gone down the tubes. I'm still seeing posts from November 22nd pop up on my feed. There's nothing that makes me angrier. I already saw these posts.
And you know what also
Put it back in chronological order. Why are we doing this? Put it in chronological order and then do a Reels tab. Stop showing me posts from fucking October.
Preach.
Stop doing it.
Preach.
It's February.
I know.
It makes no sense.
And you know what I also feel like is very unnecessary? When you follow someone new, immediately your timeline is just all those persons'
all of their posts.
It is.
Like I'm like I just was on their profile to follow them. I saw all of these. You don't need to show me again. When I posted the pictures from the Super Bowl, I hit post, and then Instagram gave me a notification that was like, would you rather share this as a reel? And I was like, no, I want to post pictures. I don't want it to be a fucking reel. Stop making me post reels.
It's so annoying because Instagram was the picture app. We want to post pictures. TikTok
and now they just
is
want
the video app.
Now they just want us posting reels. And I literally was like, I do not want to post this as a reel.
I also don't want to watch everyone's reels. I just want to look
know.
at some pictures. Because when you're doing something where you can't have sound, it's nice to just scroll on. That's why Twitter, you scroll, you read things. Oh, Instagram, you look at people's pictures. TikTok, I want to watch videos. Stop with the nonsense. Fucking go back to the basics. It's getting sickening.
Anyway,
really
none of the girls have 50,000.
None of them.
I'm not, and I really think it's not just them. It's also the Instagram algorithm.
It's just Instagram. It's just like I don't know. It's
Are
just
they
how the
posting
way
reels?
the show's
No,
going.
they're not posting reels right now.
So that's just what's happening.
I actually like this move from Kylie because some people usually say like, oh, the snitch ends up getting whatever. You don't ever want to be that. But Stassi fired the first shot. It's like a fuck around and find out situation where if you're gonna do this to me, then I'm gonna sewer you about this Instagram thing. Like if she had never made the fight thing a huge deal, then I don't think Kylie goes to Zach and says like, oh well, then she at the airport she was talking about how she's gonna get followers out of this.
No, definitely not. It was more like I don't know. If Kylie is going to pull that move, stick by it. It was more the emotions afterwards that was like, when Zach sends Stassi home and Kylie's like crying with all the other, like she felt guilty. I'm like, they're all like, it wasn't your fault. No. It was her fault.
For sure.
It was her fault. But own it. Like, you clearly, like, that's what you wanted to happen. Don't try and tell me that that's not what you wanted to happen.
Don't try and take it back now.
You don't mention somebody's here for followers if you're not trying to get their ass sent home.
Yeah, I agree with you in that I never thought Kylie was not getting a rose. At no point did I didn't think Zach was going to send her home. I didn't think he was not going to give her a rose. And she was freaking out I'm not going to get a rose, which I just didn't see that was happening. I'm with you there.
Yeah.
But she never wanted to take it back, I don't think.
No, but it's just like, you gotta, you snitched and you got the girl sent home and you just gotta own up to that.
If anything, you should be proud.
Yeah, like that's what she did. The Stassi's, I would say, her job said content marketing manager. So her side of it was that she was telling the other women, or I guess helping them, or saying like, oh, I work with brands, like I can get you guys contacts and help you after the show, whatnot. So obviously they were talking about it. I'm sure she did say something along those lines.
She definitely said it. That's the mistake. That's always the mistake.
But it's just like, it's her. I will give her the benefit of the doubt here, because if that really is her job, that's her job. She's talking about her work with the other contestants. Like, if she was a doctor and was talking about I'm
gonna get so many more patients after this.
No, not even that. It's just talking about her day to day of well, this is what I do, and it's this is her job. So for her to be talking to the other girls, oh, this is my day to day. I talk to this brand, or I set up this ad for this person.
But
that's her job.
But do you think she actually talked about, we're going to have 50,000 followers if we get to the final 14? That's I guarantee that conversation happened. And the mistake is telling the other contestants.
Right.
Because everybody there at a certain level is there for followers. We want it to be about love. I think Zach might be the only one who's there, genuinely.
Yeah.
But at a certain level, all these women, because this is what happens. When you go on the show, you don't know if you're going to have a connection with the person or not. So you're I'm going to go on there and it's probably going to boost my profile. Now, when you get deeper into it and maybe you do start to find a connection, your opinion can switch. And I'm sure that has happened where all right, I signed up for the show, and if I get on there, I'm going to have 50,000 followers if I get to this point. But then you get there and, I actually kind of do like this person. Your motivation can switch. Mm-hmm. I'm completely open to that. But when you originally go on the show, I think there is at least a decent part of you that wants to get followers.
Yeah, I feel like when you're snitching, though, you're basically just admitting I just didn't say it out loud. Because you are thinking the same thing that she's thinking.
Yeah. It's a dangerous thing to bring up.
Right, because don't act like in the back of your head you're not I'm getting followers right now.
Yeah, or don't tell me, Kylie, you didn't think ooh, I wonder what life is going to be like after going on this show, and having, so
everybody
they all do. So, that blew up. But like I said to you guys before, Zach is the no bullshit Bachelor right now. If there is even a smell of drama surrounding anybody, you're out. You're done. That's it. You're being sent home. There's not even I know Kylie got the rose, but granted, she's she wasn't necessarily the one that the drama was about. She kind of helped start it, but he heard about the followers. He was like, "That's it.
See ya.
You're out of here. Done." Immediately sent home.
She was kind of nasty about it too. It's not when she was confronted, she was like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. That's not how I meant it at all." Immediate-tude. And I feel if you want to stick around, you're not really given a major attitude back.
Yeah. I think she was probably clearly caught off guard. And then
I also think Zach is really good about there will be women who will come up to him and be like, I thought we had a great connection originally, but now I feel like we've kind of hit a lull and it's not going as well.
Yeah.
And he'll be honest about it and he'll send them home.
Yeah.
I cannot remember the woman's name from last night who that happened to, But she just like went up to him and was like, I just don't feel like things are going as well. And he'll flat out say, be like, it's not going. I don't see it. I don't want to try to force anything.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna send you home, which I think that's good. Some bachelors will just kind of let it happen and let it linger. He just sends people right home.
Mm-hmm. That's how he's doing it. The second one-on-one date. Oh, and Ariel got the group date rose. And he's like, everybody really does have their own relationship with Zach, of course, but he keeps talking about like how mysterious she is.
Yeah.
And he's clearly very intrigued by that. And then the one-on-one date went to Brooklyn. The other one, they did, what did they do?
What did they do?
Were they ATVing? Did I make that up?
What did him and Brooklyn do? I'm picturing them at dinner.
I know. I can only remember their conversation at dinner. I can't remember what they did. Anyway, whatever they did during the day, they laughed, they had fun, and then they went to dinner.
That's going to bother me.
Yeah. And they had their dinner. She opened up about her past.
Yep.
Which, once again, Zach clearly seems to be able to receive like what these women are telling him in a pretty impressive way, I will say. And she talked about a past relationship that went from emotional abuse to physical abuse, and how like one day she just woke up and was like, I gotta get out of this. And she did. And she was very emotional. She said at one point
the cops woke her up and she had been knocked out. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah. Really, really scary.
Yeah.
Really scary. So, Brooklyn, strong as fuck, being able to get out of that. And then, of course, like now sharing that on TV is really, really hard.
Yep.
So I give her all the credit in the world. And I think Zach also really likes her.
I think he really likes Brooklyn.
It's really hard. And he is making legit connections. Like every time I see him with one of these girls, especially in the one-on-one setting, there is a connection. Like there hasn't been one-on-one date where I'm like, this was a dud date. Like this is,
right.
where
Christina
you're just
couldn't
like,
stop
this
talking
about
about how the one-on-one that they went on. Met the family.
Yeah.
They didn't go to the museum, did they, Brooklyn? Somebody went to a museum.
No.
Okay.
No, that was last week.
I watched them back to back yesterday.
They went to, what were they doing? I don't know.
Did you notice the dinosaur bones?
What about
in the
them?
museum?
Yeah, I saw them.
Snorkeling? No, he was snorkeling with Kat.
They definitely did something.
Just ATVing.
It was. Okay.
Okay, so I was right. It was ATVs. Classic ATVs. Rose ceremony. Like we said, Davia she really thought, she was fighting for that spot. She just didn't get it. And he was still very nice about it. I felt bad for her. She was very emotional. She like kept crying. And then like, I kind of laughed a little bit because she was like, like she kept going like, did you notice that? She was like crying, but then she'd be like, like I felt bad because I think she was crying, and then I think she was getting mad at herself for like being emotional, and then she was just kind of like giving out, it's like the little baby noises.
Damn, I don't remember that.
Yeah. And Genevieve was the other one sent home who didn't really get too much time. So I don't think that one was too shocking, but Kylie did get a rose. I hope Kylie like gets it together a little bit. Just because towards the end I was like,
it was a lot.
You're crying a lot.
You're gonna be fine.
You're like, you're just like, I can't go up there if I'm not getting a rose. Like really, really.
Oh, she almost bailed.
Yeah.
She was like, I'm gonna leave.
Yeah, like it was.
It's fine. You're gonna get a
right.
rose.
And so we're still like pretty early into the season here. Like,
we are early into the season.
To be like, I can't go up there without getting a rose.
But how many women are left? Like 12? Feels like we're moving fast.
We are moving fast. Definitely moving fast.
It's going to get ugly.
There was a lot of girls sent home that first night.
Right.
And now they're going to London.
Which is Bahamas and London.
Yeah, there are already some good spots.
That's
Two
a
of
jackpot.
my favorite spots.
Yeah.
I've never been to London yet, but I'm going in April.
You're going in April?
Mm-hmm.
I really want to go to London.
Oh my gosh. Wish I could invite you, but I can't.
No, that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
But at some point I'm going to go to London.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's like for the last 2 years, it's been a dream of mine.
Really?
She's really wanted to go.
I started like having dreams about it. So it really felt like a sign to go.
It seems like an incredible place.
Mm-hmm. I'm excited. I bought a trench coat today, actually.
For the trip?
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to break it out until London?
No, I wore it today.
I got you.
But I'm probably won't wear it again until then.
Test it out for
No,
London.
I'm kidding. I'll definitely wear it again.
I'm with you guys, though. You guys talked about at the beginning, but I like this season.
Yeah.
At the beginning, I was with everyone who was like, this is super boring. And there are elements of that, but I like Zach so much.
Yeah.
He seems super genuine that if you take out the expectations of like, I want a wild and crazy season where the Bachelor's crazy or the contestants are crazy. If you take that out of it and you just like want to watch an enjoyable season of somebody potentially falling in love, this is pretty good.
I agree with you too. And I also think that if you stay unspoiled, this will be a good season of when it gets down to the end of really not knowing who he's gonna pick.
Big time.
Because so many of these past seasons, it's felt like.
I hope there's no shenanigans at the end though. Like, let's get a clear cut. Who's it gonna be?
Right.
Like, who's the favorite?
Right now, it doesn't really seem like any of the girls are gonna want to leave. But I don't know. It's because I just feel like some of these past seasons, from the beginning, it's been so obvious like who the top 3 or 4 is.
Yeah.
And now it just seems like there's way more people with a chance here. The preview for next week seems like they were like, this week is ruined, like something crazy happened. Did you see it?
No.
I don't know. Maybe somebody got sick or Zach. I don't know. Maybe somebody had to like tested positive for COVID or something like that. Because I was just like, this feels like they're all like, well, this is wasted time. So I'm like, what could this possibly be? So we'll see, but that'll be next week when they all head to London, and that's it. Any final thoughts? Final thoughts?
I don't think so. I like that you're sort of enjoying the season. That's huge.
Yeah, it was a shock to myself last night.
Yeah.
All right, that wraps up today's episode of Chicks in the Office. We hope you have an amazing week. We love you guys, and we'll talk to you on Friday.